Hello good dear viewers, still on complex numbers. Today we are going to learn how to write a complex number or express a complex number in standard form. I have already planned all the worksheets and the videos will be coming your way by 5 p.m. Nigerian time. The problem number 1, we are given 7 plus the square root of negative 9 divided by 30 and we want to express it in standard form. Remember, the standard form of any complex number is z equal to a plus bi, for which both a and b are real numbers and I is the imaginary number. So we are going to express all of these problems in this form. Let's get started. We have the first one, 7 plus the square root of negative 9 divided by 30. First of all, we can split the fractions. We have 7 divided by 30 plus the square root of negative 9 divided by 30, right? But you should know that the square root of negative 9 is the same thing as the square root of negative 1 multiplied by the square root of 9. The square root of negative 1 is I and the square root of 9 is 30. So altogether we have 30i, right? So this is 7 divided by 30 plus 30i divided by 30. Now finally you can see that this is 7 divided by 30 plus I. Now we have written this number in standard form. We have a real number, imaginary part, and also another real number. So we are going to bring the real numbers together. So we have 2 minus 1 then minus 5i. 2 minus 1 is 1, so we have 1 minus 5i written in standard form. Now in question number 3, we have to expand first. If you expand, you have negative 6 times 2 is negative 12. Then plus negative 6 times root of negative 8 is negative 6 root of negative 8. And square root of negative 8 is the same thing as square root of negative 1 times square root of 8. Square root of negative 1 is I, but square root of 8 is 2 root 2, right? So we have 2 root 2. Why? Because 8 can be expressed as 2 multiplied by 4, but square root of 4 is 2, so we bring it out. So altogether we have 2 root 2i. This is what we have. Therefore, we have negative 12 minus 6 multiplied by this 2 root 2i. This is equal to negative 12, negative 12 again, root 2i. Now we have written this number in standard form. Number 4, we have negative 5 plus square root of negative 12. Let me express square root of negative 12 first, which is the same thing as square root of negative 1 multiplied by square root of 12. But this is I, but 12 can be expressed as 4 times 30, right? Square root of 4 is 2. So finally we have I multiplied by 2 multiplied by square root of 30, which can now be expressed as 2 root 30i. So this is what we need to substitute with square root of negative 12. So this is just negative 5 plus 2 root 30i, which is now in standard form. All right, we have 3 multiplied by 1 plus 2i divided by 12. Before expanding, you should know that 3 can go into 31 times and it can go into 12 4 times. So what do we have? We have 1 plus 2i divided by 4, which we can now split as 1 divided by 4 plus 2i divided by 4. 2 here can go into 2 1 time and it can go into 4 2 times. So what do we have? We have 1 over 4 plus 1 over 2i. It is now expressed in standard form. Number 6, we have square root of 4, which is equal to 2, minus square root of negative 9. Remember, it is the same thing as taking the square root of 9, then you multiply by I because of that negative 1. So this is 3i. Then we have minus 2. Bring the real parts together. You have 2 minus 2, then minus 3i. 2 minus 2 is 0. So the whole of this is just negative 3i because the real part is now 0. But if you like, you can include it. Number 7. 8 multiplied by negative 2i will give us negative 16i minus 8 multiplied by negative 1 is negative 8. But make sure you write the real part first. So this is the same thing as negative 8, negative 16i. It is now in standard form. Number 8, we have negative 9 minus the square root of negative 1. So we have negative 9 here minus square root of negative 1 is I. It is now in standard form. Question number 9, we have 10 plus square root of negative 25 minus 7 divided by 2. Let me simplify the numerator first. The numerator we have 10, then plus square root of negative 25 will give us 5i. So we have 5i here minus 7 divided by 2. Already you can see we have real part and another real part here. So 10 minus 7 is 3. So we have 3 plus 5i all divided by 2, right? So finally we can express this as 3 divided by 2, then plus 5 divided by 2, then I. Number 10, we have negative 30 minus the square root of negative 49 divided by 5. Square root of negative 49 is 7i. So this becomes negative 13, then minus 7i. And we can divide each by 5 separately. Finally, we have negative 13 divided by 5, then minus 7 divided by 5i. And this is now in standard form. Number 11, we have 11 multiplied by 4 plus 6i minus 3. In the bracket, we have 4 minus 3, which is 1. So we have 11 multiplied by 1 plus 6i. If we expand, you have 11 times 1, 11. Then plus 6 times 11, because we are multiplying 6 by 11, we have 66. Then I. This is now in standard form. And the last but not the least, we have negative 16 plus 12i all divided by 4. Both 16 and 12 can be divided by 4. So 16 divided by 4 is 4, but we have negative 16, remember. So this becomes negative 4, then plus 12 divided by 4 is 3. So we have 3i. This is now in standard form. So all you're after is to express them as z equal to a plus bi, and you are good to go. And this is all I have for you today. Thank you for watching. Do share to your learning colleagues, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more exciting videos. Bye bye.